Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and here we go with another weekly haul. First week of April, and it is quite a stack. Probably one of the bigger stacks that I've gotten in a very long time. So let's go through them in no particular order. As I'm thumbing through, yeah, these are really not in any particular order, except for the last two, which are not mine. They're my son's. So starting off with one of three books this week that I picked up just because I wanted the cover. This one's kind of a disrespectful cover, but I like the character. I like one of the two characters. I like Death's Head, and that is this is for the April Fool's Day one-shot special for the overrated, overplayed Deadpool. I'm a big fan of Death's Head. I love some Death's Head. So when I saw this, I was excited to see Death's Head on the cover. I didn't like the idea that, as he says on here, no one said wearing this Death's Head gear would be so heavy. He's actually wearing Death's Head as sort of like armor. In my own opinion, and this is also because I'm biased, Death's Head would kick Deadpool's ass in any day of the week. But if you're a Death's Head fan, it's a good idea. It's good to pick this up because it's still supporting everybody's favorite freelance peacekeeping agent. So Deadpool, I also flipped through it. Deadpool is not in it, or I'm sorry, Death's Head is not in it, but he's on the cover, so sure, why not? And also, this was also this one here I picked up because I needed to round off my credit, which I got to talk about that here in a second. But this is the second issue of Comics the Magazine. It is sort of like a Wizard Light. There's none of the gags, none of the jokes and stuff in there. It's just a bunch of interviews, a few previews. There's a price guide in there. I thought there wasn't a price guide in the first issue, and it is. But it's just I think it's through Shortbox or something. They've curated this top 100. They're just graded books is what they do, and it's just like the top 100 sellers or something like that. I don't know. I flipped through the list. There's a few books that I own that aren't graded. I'm not really that big in the grading, but there you go. It's only $2.99. It's a cool little book to get, and from ID. And I call it ID because their new logo sucks. Their new logo just looks like it just says ID. It doesn't look like it says IDW at all. You actually have to look at it very, very closely before you see the W. So I call it ID because the logo sucks, and it is what it is. But here we go. From ID, we have the 9th issue, and I love this cover of Godzilla. I also did find out that Godzilla Escaped the Dead Zone ended with issue 6, which I think already came out, and Starship Godzilla ended with issue 5. Now I have a feeling, and actually this is looking at the final issue of the last of the 5th issue of Starship Godzilla. It says it's going to continue with a new number 1 and another 5-issue arc. So I don't know what's going on with it, but this Godzilla is still ongoing. It's still running. It's still doing pretty good. They really just need to pull the story together and kind of move it along a little bit quicker because it's kind of lagging a little bit. And I hate saying that about Godzilla stories. Also from ID, we have the Ninja Turtles Godzilla crossover. I believe this is going to be the final issue. I haven't had a chance to thumb through this yet, but these things are usually 5-issue miniseries. So I believe this is going to be just the 5th and final issue for it. I haven't read past issue 2. I'm just going to sit down and read it all in one sitting. Now this one shot from DC. This is a variant cover I picked up because it's Simon Bisley doing Lobo. And now this is the Mad About DC. Now this is kind of a weird one because I thought when I picked it up, I thought that this would just be a collection of all the jokes and all the gags and all the strips that Mad Magazine had done over the years, pertaining to DC characters and DC properties. That is not at all what this is. This is all new stuff by, I guess, current DC writers and artists, and they're sort of doing their take on what Mad Magazine does so well. It's not as good because it's just kind of weird seeing not seeing your usual artists and your usual departments that you would get in the Mad Magazine. But there is still there's still a really good story called Guy versus Spy. It's just like a 2-page. It's like a centerfold page. and it's a Guy Gardner versus the White Spy. And although I'm a fan of the Black Spy, I like the Black Spy a lot more. Seeing Guy Gardner take on a spy, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I would like to see more stuff like that. But I picked this up because it had had a Lobo cover on it. I'm a big fan of Lobo. I'm a big fan of Simon Bisley, and you put those two together, it's like peanut butter and jelly, and you got to get that cover. I had to have it. Speaking of books that I had to get because I wanted to cover books from DC that I have no interest in. I'm not going to read them, but World's Finest, number 50, with the Weird Al Yankovic cover. A big fan of Weird Al Yankovic. Seen him in a concert like 5 or 6 times, and I will always take an opportunity to get something with Weird Al on it. So you got this cover here with Weird Al on Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 50. And we also have Bizarro Year None, issue 1. This is the totally normal Al Yankovic cover. And it seems like there was more of these coming out, but I could be wrong. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on this sort of stuff, but there is that one. And then the last two I picked up for my son. He's a big fan of the Murder Drones, and he doesn't know I grabbed these for him yet, but I grabbed Murder Drones number 2, and I grabbed the second print of Murder Drones number 1. I like how they recolored that one there. I also grabbed the DC sent out a promotional poster for their next level. They sent out posters for all their next level books, and I was fortunately able to get into my LCS quick enough before anybody else called it, so I was able to get the Lobo number 1. It's just the cover art from the first issue of Lobo. It's part of the next wave or next level line of books that DC is doing, along with Batwoman and Deathstroke to Terminator, which I've heard are both really well done books. So if you're interested in those and you haven't really wanted to check them out yet because you were waiting, I've been hearing some good things about them, so it's definitely worth checking out. Lobo's a lot of fun. I kind of want to do a review, but I'm not sure about doing reviews on these sort of things yet. But that said, as I was mentioning before, a few things changing with my LCS. As many know, I've been doing previews and final order cutoffs for my LCS for the past, many years. And actually, the Facebook page that's on there now for Nostalgia Inc., Downtown Jackson, is one that I started for the previous owner, the original owner, Leonard Literal. And he gave me permission to do it, so I did it, and it's been running ever since. So, but they decided that they're going to go in a bit of a different direction with the previews and the FLCs and that sort of thing, which I totally understand. No hard feelings at all. It's their choice, their decision. What that means, though, is that since I'm not going to be doing previews and FLCs for my LCS anymore, I'm not going to be getting that credit for them anymore, which means that my comic book pull list is going to be a little bit more curated. I'm going to start keeping closer track of the books that I'm picking up. My pull list might be getting a little bit smaller with the ending of those 2 Godzilla books. That kind of helps. No longer getting the EC archives. That really helps. And so we'll just, things will be changing in the next couple of months with my comics collection. We'll see. But that said, I hope everybody else had a great new comic book days. A lot of great new books came out this week. And as always, so I hope everybody had a great new comic book day. I hope you all are going to have a great weekend. I'm on spring break right now, so it's been a lot of fun. And that's it. I will see everybody next week with another batch of new comic books. See you later. Bye.